to change your visa status while in Canada. In today's video, we will discuss how you can change your visa status while living in or visiting Canada. A lot of visitors, or tourists, who come to Canada for a temporary visit wish to change their visa status or continue their stay. It is difficult for a person to change their visa status, particularly from a temporary resident visa to a work permit. But it is attainable. Here is a step-by-step guide on how you can change your visa status. How to change visa status in Canada. It is not permissible for an individual to work in Canada on a temporary resident visa or as a visitor without a work permit. So, if you continue your stay in Canada and start a job without a social insurance number and a work permit, you will be hunted down by the IRCC. The person visiting Canada can file an application to change their temporary status from visitor to worker, temporary resident visa, while residing in Canada. However, that person must obtain a work permit. You cannot stay in Canada as a worker without a work permit. Usually, to obtain a work permit, you must have a job invitation from an employer and a positive labor market impact assessment from Human Resources Skills Development Canada. Then, the individual must file for a work permit. Occasionally, the processing time of a work permit might exceed the individual's authorized period of stay in Canada as a visitor. This means that the person may have to depart from Canada before their application for a work permit is approved and change their visa status. Though the process for visa status change can begin in Canada, you should be ready to leave Canada in case the work permit process is still in the processing stage by the time your visitor or temporary resident visa status expires. In summary, it is possible to change your visa status while you are in Canada, but there is no surety of it being successful or completed. It is also important to keep in mind that you cannot change your status from visitor to permanent resident. It is only permissible in exceptional cases, for instance, in the case of refugee status. Can you adjust your status on a tourist visa in Canada? This is achievable by filing a change of status application. Though the application process is quite complex, it is possible to adjust your visa if you fulfill the conditions. Some important tips to keep in mind to help you through the process are as follows. 1. You should know the fundamentals of Canadian immigration law. Learn the conditions for changing your visa status and know what paperwork you will have to submit. 2. Pick the correct application form and collect all mandatory documentation. Double-check if you have all of your original documents, copies of any visas or passports used in relation to your current stay in Canada, and recent photos showing your contemporary appearance. 3. Make an appointment with an immigration expert to analyze your application and get advice on how you can proceed in the best way. Many people mistakenly believe they can change their visa status while in Canada, but this is not the case. You have to apply for a permanent resident card or Canadian citizenship to permanently stay in Canada. Our video update for today ends here. If you found our video helpful, please like, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your family and friends. Thanks for watching.